You know, I was just about to make something for myself, something yummy, and I thought, hey, I bet Anna would like to know how to make this. So here I am making a video showing you how to make it. So what am I showing you how to make? Something delicious for your coffee. It's caramel syrup for your coffee. And it's really easy. All you need is sugar, a pinch of salt, water, some vanilla, that's a vanilla extract, and a little bit of corn syrup. This is corn syrup, just a teaspoonful. So let's do it. It won't take long. I have a small pot. I have a cup of sugar. Put it in. Also, I've already measured 3/4 of a cup of water, but I only want 1/4 of a cup right now. So I'll just put that in. And set the rest aside. And I'm going to put a teaspoonful of corn syrup. And of course, it's a new jar, new bottle, so I got to open that. Okay, 1 teaspoonful of corn syrup. Now that I have those 3 things mixed in here, I'm going to turn the stove on to a low, over a low heat. And I'm going to stir it until the sugar is completely dissolved. And that's going to take a little while, especially on low heat. So I will cook this and stir this and show you when it's all dissolved what it looks like. So I believe it's all dissolved, although it's not clear yet. That's okay. So what we're going to do now, all the sugar is dissolved. You can scrape around the sides and melt that if you want, but what we're going to do now is we're just going to put the lid on and turn it up to a medium high. And once it starts boiling, we're going to give it 2 or 3 minutes. So do that. Okay, so I didn't wait for it to boil. I just set 2 minutes. I want to show you what it's doing. Okay, keep the lid on. 2 to 3 minutes, and then we're going to take the lid off, and you'll see. It's been 2 minutes. I'm going to take the lid off, and now I'm going to keep cooking it and stirring it until it's a nice golden amber color. And I can see it's already starting to brown a little bit. I'm going to stir. Constantly. You don't want it to get too dark, but you want it to be a nice golden brown. It's getting there. It's kind of hard to see with all those bubbles, isn't it? Now, if you're cooking on a gas stove, as I am, then to remove this from heat, all you have to do is turn it off. If you're using an electric stove, then you're going to have to move your pot away from the burner after you turn it off. I'm thinking that's brown enough. It's a light amber color. Okay, so now I still have a 1/2 cup of water. you might remember. So I turned it off. It's removed from the heat now. Now you've got to be careful with this or you could get burned. I'm going to slowly pour the water and stir like crazy until it's all incorporated. The first few drops is the most dangerous. Don't stop stirring. Okay, there it is. Now I might have to turn the heat back on. Unless, well, it seems to be melting. Wow. Okay, just stir until everything's nicely melted. And it'll thicken a bit when it cools too. I'm seeing some little lumps in there that I don't like. So I'm going to turn it back on because I want those lumps to melt. I mean, you could just strain it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to turn it off. I'll strain it. Well, the last time I did this, I didn't have any lumps. Okay, so what you do now is you're going to put a pinch of salt. And I didn't know if you know what a pinch of salt is. It's just like this. You pinch some up. That's a pinch. And a teaspoon of vanilla. And there we go. So I'm going to just set this aside and let it cool. And if I still need to strain some of those lumps out, I will. They might just melt. The pan isn't going to be as hard to clean as it looks like. It's got all that crusty sugar around the sides, but they'll melt. Just soak it in water for a few minutes. It'll be fine. So when it's completely cool, put it in some kind of jar. Be careful about using a jar with a skinny neck because this stuff will crystallize and I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to use a jar. It's like it'll pour easily. And, however sweet you like your coffee, you put a teaspoon or two of that in your coffee with some half and half. Delicious. That's it.